Hey, this is Anonymous T Podcast, the backup channel to my main channel, Anonymous T. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to both platforms. As you guys know, this is my backup channel to provide you guys with content in the event something happens to my main channel, because there is some weird things going out, out in these YouTube streets, with people striking channels, with people demonetizing channels, and all of the things. And we have got to make sure we are protected, you guys. Alright, so there is that. In this particular video, though, we are discussing Love Island. We are discussing Season 10 for some reason still. Because there are some people who want us to keep mentioning them, and I have no idea why, right? So a couple of things. Let me get to this Whitney stuff first. I don't know what's going on with her. But I want, to pat myself on the back, because I told you what this was a long time ago, right? I told you guys that you guys overreacted when Tyreek and Ella said that Whitney was smug, you guys. You guys thought it was anti-black, you thought it was colorist, you thought it was all these things, but Whitney is showing you exactly who she is. This is the same person who said in the villa that Ella gives princess energy, and that Ella's the most selfish person she ever met in her life, and she is all of 26 years of age. You guys, make it make sense. But what has happened now? What is the latest now? Well, the latest now is Whitney can't stop throwing shade, and it seems that people only talk about her when she is talking about her fellow Islanders. That nobody is interested in anything else outside of that, apparently. Immediately when she left the villa, she was throwing shade at the other couple, saying toxic love doesn't win, and all of these things. The Shade Bro does this messy post saying that Whitney and Locken are the last couple standing, and her sister is in the comments gloating and gaslighting Tyrella fans. Tyreek is leaving laughing emojis. Then the sister Liz screen grabs it and calls Tyreek a donkey, you guys. And because he had deleted the emojis only for him to bring them back, right? But I always said that, your family and your spokespeople, if you are not going to shut them down and shut down the things that they say and do that's problematic, you are in agreement with their behavior, right? And this is no different, right? Because Whitney comes out of the bushes and does a gaslighting YouTube headline saying last couple standing and all of these things, and trying to feed into any beef. She leaves a messy comment the other day on Jess's page on her Instagram, because she's coming out with a summer collection for In the Style, and says, contract renewed, I guess, trying to throw shade at somebody. But I thought you didn't care about six-figure deals or fast deals or any of the things, but you don't seem to mind if it's Jess, right? So then from there, people were like, you're being miserable, you're doing too much. So now it has emerged, this clip that shows, in fact, Whitney still is doing too much, right? So she says in this clip, she is talking about how basically if you see certain people all the time on social media that are posting brand trips, that are posting all of these things, that really they're broke and really they're not making any money and they're there to network. No. And basically said that because she is 26 years old, she does not understand why these people are trying so hard to be seen. And it is giving, you guys, that nobody wants to see you is the problem. That you are not being provided the same opportunities. But I want to say this in defense of Ella and other influencers. Here's the thing when it pertains to Ella, who is a Taurus, which tells me right then and there she is about her money, first and foremost. Ella was a model before Love Island. Ella did her own thing before Love Island. Ella had her own connections in the industry before Love Island, you guys. And anything that Ella has promoted on her platform, any ads that she has done on her platforms, have been paid. Ella does not work for free, people. Ella does not go to any of these events for free. They pay her to show up. They pay for her hotel and airfare and all of the things. They put Ella in first class and not economy seating, you guys. So I'm trying to figure out who you thought the shade was at. And are you shading your friend Catherine, who seems to be the only person who really defends you when it's all said and done? Because she goes to a lot of brand events as well. But are you just saying she's a networker? But it also doesn't surprise me, since this week, Ella and India are in Scotland filming The Weakest League, which is another TV show, which is another check. And Ella also tonight in the UK is going to be co-hosting a radio show as well. So again, I don't get Whitney's issue. I don't understand her obsession with her cast members that she feels she's better than, but she stays on social media all the time to shade them. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me, because if you're so booked and busy as you claim, you wouldn't have time to be stalking your enemies and the people that you can't stand, and worrying about what is or isn't in their bank account, and worried about what deals they do or don't have, and all of the things. How do you know somebody didn't get renewed because they're in contract negotiations, or somebody didn't get renewed because they're going to be announcing soon a bigger deal with a bigger brand? But see, you're not that forward of thinking, right? And you already recently got dragged for, your horrendous wigs that you wear, and that horrendous, faux locks wig, or in braided wigs that you wore that were just a hot mess. And again, this is coming from somebody who's supposed to be, a wig company. How is that supposed to attract the customers, right? And then you threw shade again at Tyreek, talking about how people are going to show their real selves and all these things. And you still haven't answered for your Andrew Tate repost and your Putin post. You got off scot-free. A lot of your fans make excuses for you, but you continue to be problematic, because if Ella did anything of this nature, she would be dragged everywhere. And the thing is, she ignores you. She doesn't even acknowledge your existence. And she's not going to acknowledge your existence. This is why Ella stays booked and busy, because she's professional. And she doesn't give into the trolling or the social media hate or all of the things, which brings me to Ty, who also seems to care about social media too much, right? So first, this guy trolls Tyreek on TikTok the other day, basically makes fun of Tyreek's Snapchat posts that basically they're low energy, they're boring, and they're reading from a script. And it was hilarious. It was like the guy filming looking down at his shoes and is like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear today. I don't know what I'm gonna do later. Just kept saying later. And he said, my girl Ella, she's on a trip. She's not here. What am I gonna eat? Maybe I'm gonna eat this cat later. Like, it was a hot mess, but it was so funny. But it got Tyreek's attention in the comments, right? And so Tyreek basically was kicking in on dude's Air Force One, saying that he needed to send him a new pair. And dude threw in an Ella conversation, threw Ella into it and said maybe Ella is going to get him those new Air Force Ones. And Tyreek replied, concentrate, right? But it's not just that. As you know, he is in Bali, where Russell Simmons is, celebrating his birthday with his day one Toby and some other friends and some other Islanders, in particular Genevieve from Love Island USA has decided to also join this trip in Bali. I have no idea why. But nonetheless, some child asked Tyreek to show him some tings, which means some girls, I guess. But there are some girls in between Tyreek, right? And he's trying to pan to the room and show all these people. And the people are not happy. And they're like, Tyreek is always immature. Tyreek is always the F-boy. Tyreek is looking for his 100 and whatever body and all of the things. And Tyreek was upset. He was like, I was just trying to show off my 5 single friends and blah, 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 and what the women were like in Bali. And giving people the middle finger and all of the things. And here's the thing, Ty. They're not going to leave you alone. And you keep giving them reasons to continue to troll you. And then you want to get mad. And then you kept saying you were going to take a break from Snapchat for a few days only to pop up a couple hours later because you like the attention. You like interacting with the trolls because there is no reason to continue to allow them to troll you. Unless you are one of those people that likes being discussed no matter what. Are you really mad at the Shade Borough for their obsession with you and Ella? Or are you happy that that is all that they care about, right? That at least your name is still in the headlines, because that is what it is giving. Speaking of the Shade Borough, who also appears to be a stan for Whitney, because they quickly deleted the video in which Whitney exposes herself once more. And my thing is, how are you supposed to break into the American market when the people in the UK aren't even messing with you and aren't fooling with you? And if you think this type of lack of professionalism, lack of decorum is going to work in the US, then you are about to get a rude awakening. People don't move like that. Even the fakest people in LA don't move like you. And it is very unfortunate. But I think Whitney and Tyreek need to take a break from social media, need to stop worrying about what other people saying and worrying about what other people doing and worrying whether or not comparing yourself against other islanders. Like, stop it all. Please. It's getting annoying. If you are as amazing as you say, if you are on top of things as you say, if you're as booked and busy as you say, even though you are promoting Bumble apps and rice on TikTok, may it make sense. But this isn't it. This doesn't make you look good at all. It just reinforces all of the negative things that have been said about you. And I can't wait for another month and a half or so from now, because we're going to get the season 11 cast. And it can't come here fast enough, because clearly there are some people from season 10 who still want you to talk about them, who still want attention and do not want to focus on their actual personal lives. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.